Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to the channel. It's time for some more RPG Corner with the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. We're diving headlong into the adventure in between the episode last and current. Did a little bit more grinding because I realized how tough these monsters were. So, the grinding happened, it went well, there was some dying, but it's okay because we're not dead now and we're stronger for it. So, we have to continue the quest to find the cameraman of some cameraman. Excuse me. Didn't see that cough coming. Alright. He is up there. So I have to go... Oh, that was a long run to get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Lead the way, guys. Lead the way. Forgot to rest up before I did anything, so that might not be good for me.
Steady.
It's actually because I'm nervous. I'm a nervous Nelly. Crispy pizza. You get some crispy pizza. That's 700. Let's use a sweet cookie. Everybody's getting 500 health. Except for her. She needs a lot of health. Okay. Oh!
Let us ride on.
Alright. Everybody's health is at full now. EP not so much. So we're gonna go... Alright, I think I know which way I want to get there. Save it before I get there too, because I don't know what I'm gonna find. Save. Oh, cutscene. Mega Master Robo Dude, what time is it? Impressive, I was taken aback by the size of the stone circle in the Southern Highlands, but this is on a whole different level. Hey, taking your pictures. Take my picture. Hello, what brings you all out here? Come to get a good look at the statue too? Oh, do you think he's... Are you Norton by any chance? Yeah, that's me. Have we met before? Do you have some business with me? Phew, we finally found you. We should bring him up to speed. Sounds like I've caused some unnecessary worry for the people of the settlement. We should get back right away, or rather, I'd like to, but I still haven't finished taking all the photographs I need. Would you mind waiting a bit longer while I finish up? Well, I can't really fault you for being fascinated. It really is impressive. I doubt there's anything like this anywhere else on the continent. Actually, it might surprise you to know that there is. This isn't the only statue I'm aware of. There's a similar statue on Brionia Island, way out to the west. Wait, Brionia Island? Isn't that where Group B was sent? The plot thickens. I had no idea there were more of these around. No one knows any more about the statue on Brionia Island than they do about this one, but I'm currently taking pictures of ruins and ancient sites like this. Taking photographs of this area was the reason I came to the Nord Highlands in the first place. Gaius told us that the people of Nord refer to the statue as the guardian of the region. Yeah, the old legends say that this statue was here long before our ancestors came from the east, and that they settled in this land only with its permission. When I saw it, I was immediately reminded of the legend of the Great Knight. You know, now that you mention that, I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. No doubt, the tale originated during the Dark Ages and spread throughout the Empire. When the land roils with the tide of war, a colossal knight wreathed in flame will come forth to quell the conflict. That's the general gist of it anyway. What do you mean by that? Well, each region has its own variant of the tale. They all maintain a knight as the central figure. Like all such tales, its veracity is questionable at best. though it's certainly one of the most mysterious of the legends passed down in the Empire. I see, it does seem like the statue could mesh with that story. I wonder if they're related somehow. Oh! What happened to Irene? What was that? Are you okay? I'll be alright, nothing to worry about. Anyway, I've come all the way out here, so would you mind waiting until I'm done photographing the site? I promise I'll head back to the settlement with you as soon as I'm done. Doesn't seem like the wildlife has much of an interest in this area. He should be safe here on his own, even if we head out somewhere else for a while. Agreed. Guiding Norton back to the settlement will cause the story to advance. Wait here for Norton to finish. Alright, then we'll stay here until you've finished. I've already finished everything I need to do. Try not to keep you waiting too long. Rain and the others waited for Norton to finish his photography, and though he was reluctant to leave even after depleting his photo quartz, they finally returned to the settlement. Right on back to town now. We're finally back in the settlement. Thanks a million for escorting me back here, I really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I was able to photograph the statue to my heart's desire. I'm just glad you made it back safe and sound. What I want to know is he just hoofed it all the way over there and no monsters attacked him? That makes no sense. Yeah, let's go tell the elder. There seems to be quite a commotion over there. What? That's... What the heck? Truck's on fire. Looks like there's been an orbital car accident. But why here? Isn't that the gentleman we fulfilled a request for this morning? The very same, that's the settlement's doctor, Amir. He couldn't have been the one responsible, could he? Never mind that, we need to go take a closer look. Dr. Amir, what are you doing? Amir, are you hurt? Guys, I'm alright. Sorry for worrying you. What happened here? I was on my way back from gathering herbs in the mountain forest to the north, when all of a sudden I just lost control of the vehicle. Was anyone injured? I suffered a few bumps and bruises, but other than that, fortunately not. I'm just relieved that I didn't end up hurting anyone. Glad to know your injuries are light, Amir, thanks to the winds and the goddess. Still, how does one lose control of a vehicle in an area as open and free of obstructions as this? Did you simply lose your concentration for a moment? No, of course not. This car is extremely important to all of us here. I wouldn't dream of driving it carelessly. I'm still not sure what caused it. When I was nearing the settlement, the steering wheel started to feel oddly stiff. Fortunately, the brakes were still functional, otherwise I dread to think what might have happened. I see. Alisa? Cough. Let's see. Do you think you can work out what went wrong? Probably. You might say it runs in the family. Aha, how could I forget? It stands to reason that the scion of the Reinford group would be quite handy in mechanical matters, even if she does pretend she wants nothing to do with her family anymore. Could you mind your own business? What you say, though, it's not as true as it used to be. They have some professional engineers at the Reinford company now who can't even perform basic maintenance work. Wow, standards in higher education must be slipping. When you compare it to the Zeiss Central factory in Liberal, the Reinford group is getting far too big for its own good. All those giant vertically structured divisions, each with their own subdivisions. Sounds as though becoming the Empire's largest corporation brought its own share of new issues. So have you managed to figure out what the problem was? I think so. It looks like there was a contact failure in the quartz circuits near the engine. That's probably why you suddenly had difficulty steering, even though it was fine just before. I see. Do you think you can repair it? I doubt it. I can diagnose, but I'm no technician. I think we'll need to call in a professional to fix it. I suppose that means we'll have to ask someone from Zender Gate. Haha, I'm impressed. I can see that Thor's Military Academy has more to be proud of than it's just its famous founder. Elder Ivan and Dad. Sorry it took us long to get here. I'm relieved to see that Norton made it back safely. Thank you for your assistance. Oh, no trouble at all. It sounds like you've been able to work out the cause of the problem here. That was all thanks to Alisa. It was nothing, really. There's no shame in being proud of your accomplishments. While I'm glad we've gotten this squared away, we still have something of a problem. What do you mean? This is the settlement's only vehicle. Having it out of commission is going to make things pretty inconvenient around here. The sooner we can get it fixed, the better. I see. In that case, is there anything we can do to help? Are you sure? This isn't part of your field study, you know. I get bonus points. I would respectfully disagree. You've treated us to such great food and shown us such hospitality. I want to do what I can to help. But actually, repairing the truck is a bit above my skill level. Still, it would be discourteous of us to not at least make an attempt to assist our hosts. Thanks, everyone. If you insist, we'd be more than grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you could bring out someone who could do the repairs, that would be great. That sounds like the best course of action. We should head to Zender Gate and see if they can spare a mechanic. Actually, I have someone else in mind. Someone far more keen than an army technician for things of this sort. Up near Lake Lacrima in the northern highlands lives an elderly man from the Empire. I'm sure he'll be able to fix the truck for us if we ask him. Great. True, the hermit could probably have this fixed in no time at all. A hermit, you say? Yeah, he moved here from the Empire a couple years ago. He's been extremely good to all of us since he's been here. An old man from the Empire who's more reliable than an army technician? It couldn't be. Alisa? So you want us to go and call this man for you then? If you'd be so kind. There's no hurry though. If you have other things you need to do, by all means do those first. Either way, we'll need to clean up the site of the accident before anything else. Just handle it as you might if there were a part of your field study. Will do. Okay, everyone, let's finish up anything we have left to do, then head for the cabin at the lake. Lake Lacrima is in the northern highlands. We'll need to head north to the Guardian statue, then due northwest from there. We should set out on horseback at once. Alisa is up. What is she worried about? Somebody she knows, possibly, that's out. Maybe it's like, oh, Highland Cloth. This literally happened right at the entrance of town. I don't even remember. Oh, the rock was on the side. Wow, you're a really bad driver. You were a bad driver. Okay, we need to get to... Let me just zoom out. Lake Lacrima.
Yeah.
What could it be that she knows? Steady as she knows. Oh. Okay, so Alisa's worried about someone that she goes. It's got to be either a family friend or a member of the family that she's worried about finding. Only thing that makes sense to me. I did it. I did it. Wait, let's quickly survey the map, make sure there's nothing else I missed. Oops. Oh, I didn't save it. Shit. The lake looks nice though. Lake Lacrima. Wow, this lake is beautiful. It really is. You can see the sunlight glimmering on the water, and the air feels so clean. This is Lake Lacrima. The hermit lives in that cabin over there. It's a nice looking cabin, jeez. And he's got a truck. Looks like we should go see him at once. System serve. Okay.
How beautiful.
I wonder if there's fishing
Yeah,
to be
breathtaking.
done.
Yeah.
Like this seems like a good spot, you know?
Yeah.
Not gonna let,
Steady.
not gonna let me fish. Map it up. Maybe we have to go at the end of the docks. That has to be it. It's the only thing that makes sense. Of course I can't take the fish. Out of the way!
Man, I'd love to get in a little fishing here.
Well, no one's stopping you.
This looks like an...
Okay. There's 3 fish in the water here. What'd I catch?
Now that's a catch.
Rainbow trout. Nice. Total points. Types caught. Oh, rainbow trout gives all the sepet in the world. Like it.
Huh. Caught one.
Kasagin. Rank up. Fishing rank rose to brown angler. Mirage sepeth. CP recovered. Fish.
Huh.
Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow.
Not bad.
Kasagin. Dang. I was hoping for a rainbow. You know what? I never use it, but I try. I should try. Fish gathered. Fish.
Huh.
Oh, different.
Now that's a catch.
Rainbow.
Huh. Not bad.
More Kasagin.
Huh.
Give me that rainbow trout. Nope, it's another Kasagin. Alright. Caught all the fish.
Not bad.
Alright. Got my fishing done.
Let us ride on.
Where do I have to go? Save it! I don't know what's gonna happen. I won't have to do the fishing again. Seems like there's someone inside. I suppose it must be the man we came to see then. Yeah, I'll bet he just came back from fishing. For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much. So what are we gonna do? After entering the cabin, the time of day will advance to evening and all the day's field study activities will end. I did everything. Let's do it. Excuse me, is anyone home? It's open, come on in. Oh, Alisa? Excuse us then. It's an old guy. Really old guy, by the looks of it. Alisa! Hey, it's good to see you again, sir. Well, if it isn't Gaius, haven't seen you around here for what, half a year now? And little Elisa's here too. I don't think I've seen your face in, must be coming up on 5 years now. Wait, what? Could this be... Good. Grandfather, what are you doing here? Okay, family member. Haha, well I guess that's one way to be introduced, but let me give you a proper welcome. Gwyn Reinford. I'm Gwyn Reinford, Elisa's favorite granddad. Pleased to meet you all, Class 7. Honored to meet you, sir. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Milstein. I was hoping voice acting would take place here. Oh, I thought it said just Albarea. Eustace Albarea, it's an honor. A promising group of young folks, if ever there was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Elisa. You're taller and bigger. It does this old man's heart good to see how easy on the eyes you've become. Oh, geez. He's a pervert, too. Grandfather, please. Forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Roar, I'd never have believed it if someone told me this is where I'd find you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? Oh, come now. I send you letters a couple times a year, don't I? And of course I read all the ones you give to Sharon, too. Still, have you been here the whole time these past 5 years? Just about. I don't stay year-round, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends or visiting the Empire. Mr. Reinford, would you mind if I asked how you know so much about our field study? He does raise an excellent point. It almost seems as though you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did, but I admit ever since Irina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. You still talk to Mother? Yes, indeed, though just the bare minimum. That girl's zeal for her work borders on unhealthy. What did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic? Alisa? Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head on over to the settlement and have a look at that truck. I just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Oh, actually, I caught a few good-sized trout. Can you take them over to the settlement when you go? Of course. So that's the former chairman of the Reinford group. I knew of him by name, but he's a far more light-hearted man than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. Sai, you can say what you really think. You're not gonna hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. And then 5 years ago, he just... Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, we're heading back to the settlement. Alright, let's wait for him by the garage. Anything in here? Anything in? Nope. Can't steal from the old man. Oh, it is nighttime. Guys, should we head back to the settlement? Hey guys, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then. Something like that. We've only known him for a couple years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot, myself included. Okay, we're good to go. You mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reen, right? Got room for one more up there? Looks like I don't have a choice. Oh. Sigh, why did he have to pick Reen? You better not be giving him any funny ideas. Hee, I'm sure that isn't the case. I feel a bit more at ease if you focused more on the reins, though. How's little Sharon doing these days? I heard she recently started working at your dormitory. Wow, that's right, I haven't had too much time to get to know her. But she seems really skilled at what she does. Oh, she is, very much so, but more importantly, she's a real cutie. She's always has that lovely, reserved air, but there's a playful side to her, too. Really? I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid. That'd be the life. Yeah. But that Emma girl's really nice, too. She's got those glasses, that hair you want her to let down. And she's a class pres material to boot. There's a smoldering homeroom hottie if I ever... He's a perverted old man, and I love it. Come on, you know you agree with me. Well, I can't really say that I disagree with you, but... That's right, Reen. If you don't mind my asking, why did you ever tell Lisa that you were here? Why did you never tell Lisa that you were here? Tell me, Reen, what kind of girl do you see her as? Well, I'd say she's a really hard worker in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt of it. She's good-looking, polite, as well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and that all comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a canny young man like yourself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through, but she always keeps everything bottled up, like she never wants to let on to anyone that she needs help with a problem. I'm Alisa R. from Roar. It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. I have a feeling the relations between her and Mother I caused her to end up that way, or to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. but I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. A bit closer? I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one of her letters. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year, but that's all it was. We eventually got it sorted out, and nothing's really happened since. If she's sending him letters, how does he get them if she doesn't know where he is? That's just confusing. An accident, eh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toe she'd held between her sweet lips? And as the dust cleared, did the two of you find yourselves sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question, but I don't know what kind of heart-racing position you're... So something really did happen, didn't it? Now just tell old Gwen here all about it. I want every last juicy detail. Grandfather, please. Oh boy.
Hey, isn't that...
What? Hey.
Ooh, it's those military academy students.
I forgot who she is.
I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting.
She summoned a dildo bot.
Okay, let's get this mission started. Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
Oh, it's already at work on it. Nice. That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house for us, Gwyn, and Norton. Banquet! I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwyn. Here's to you, my friend, and to you. Come on, Lacan, this booze isn't gonna drink itself. Yes, yes. I can still hardly believe it, finding the famous Gwyn Reinford out in the sticks like this. You know him, then? Of course, he seized on the opportunities of the Orbital Revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today, and it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Reinford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their names on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. I suppose that's what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwyn has a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now, he's the picture of health. Maybe there's some truth to the old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? It's just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, and we at the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing baseless speculation. Alisa? Oof, I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm gonna go out and get a little fresh air, okay? Alright. Alisa? He's gonna go out there and talk with her. Alisa's going out to get some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping her company? Not at all. But why me? You're the class president. All you'd make for better company. No, trust me. I think you're definitely the best man for the job. They're trying to hook us up. But I can't have a harem if you just force me onto one girl. If you say so, alright. I'll be back in a little while.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Don't know. Wow, would you look at that view? Amazing, isn't it, Alisa? It's so pretty. Come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind schedule. Now let's let them have their fun. It's not often you have a day off like this. Why not try and relax for once? That's got to be the dad.
Alisa?
Oh, Reem. Well, what are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa!
Oh,
Sorry about that.
caught her.
See? What did I tell you?
That
We've
was
been
a
riding all
terrible
day.
slip.
I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I don't know. I've never ridden one.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Alisa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right.
All right. Oh. Oh, they're laying down.
My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away.
Oh, he died.
My
no.
family was never really the same after that.
Oh no.
Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Rhineford group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh no.
Oh. She did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Rhineford group.
What you saw in River Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Rhineford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Rhineford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that
it's
side
like
of
the
the company, but I've never felt
Avengers
embarrassed or
Tony
ashamed
Stark.
about it.
Stark Industries.
But a few years ago, the Rhineford group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Gorelia Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Oh, those. The ones, the erecto cannons.
They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No
Wow.
way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more, and neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Rhineford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely. And me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh. I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Rhineford group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Rhineford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Alisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it. About your family and the company and everything. So, maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks.
You're
thanks
welcome.
for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Keldic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away. From my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Reen. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Probably.
Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
Alright, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out. In my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thoris was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait, all of us?
Oh. Oh
You
boy.
two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
Oh boy.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Yeah, Eustace, you tell him.
Stop! Breen, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Oh, Alisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it, none of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, guys?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
Nice. Lisa can now use the S-Craft Rosetta arrow.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Hey, rank up.
I've got a little reward here for you.
B1, I'm almost A.
Drinks are on me someday.
When do I get to save? It's going long. Two 55-hour shifts almost over. No sign of anything suspicious or anything at all, really. What do they even do this every day? 2:55, it's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early. But come on now, you gotta get where I'm coming from, at least a little. I could understand if we were posted near Crossbell, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you'd never expected would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General is a great man, yeah, but what are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? Think the rumor's true, that he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say, that kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. Fine, fine. Oh, Zats is cool. Such a killjoy. You got things covered here, I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but you're here and say, who's counting? Roan, you suck. Whoa. What was that? What the? What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Zender Gate needs to know about the... What the? No way. Oh! An enemy attack? Where is it coming from? No. Oh, adios. Oh my god. Sats and Roan are dead. There's no way. Oh, they're still just standing there. Please tell me they survived. Oh, cliffhanger if I ever saw one. Alright guys, that's been this episode of RPG Corner. I'm gonna leave it hanging until the next one. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, boost the channel. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.